the Chinese mom would die for you, but they also want to make sure you want to die every day.
Interesting.
Like they just, it's a famine mentality.
Mm-hmm.
Is that when the people are starving, they had no food. Now you got the food. They're still afraid like my success can be taken by someone. Like somehow I'm not beautiful enough and I'm not skinny enough to maintain my success. Then I would have to face failure and I would lose everything I have and I would have to suffer again. That thought worries her so much.
So it's like you always have to be like striving for better, for better,
because
for
of
better.
the famine mentality from her generation.
Yeah.
It's a form of love. And she see me as an extension of herself, as a sick, very sick, twisted form of love. Hi guys, I'm Jiaoyingsummers. Welcome back to Tiger Milf podcast. As the Tiger Milf of the Asian community, it is my responsibility to educate all of our people about mental health, mental awareness, and opening up, talking about our trauma when our parents beat us because we get A-. It's okay if you are a little up. It is normal. And I wanted to explore all of my failures in relationship, from romantic one to being a boss, to being a friend, to being in every way, how I f***ed up. And I have the most loved therapist that we know and on social media, and she is the great Kati Morton. Are you ready for Kati, guys? Welcome.
Thanks for having me. I'm excited to be here.
I'm so happy you are here. Welcome to LA.
I know, I missed it. Oh, I know it's dirty and it's trafficky and it's expensive, but God, I love LA.
My dog loves you.
I know.
He can read your energy. Panda's like, he wasn't like doing this. He's just like, he was just so much in love with her. He looked like your dog when he was on your lap.
He was just a little baby.
He was a little baby in your arms. I love your work, and I love all of the great educational clips that you post. And sometimes I just scroll through your thing. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, oh, that's my Kati. What? That's my Kati. Because I just listening to what you're talking about. I forgot that's you. I'm like, oh my God. I know her. She's my friend. Isn't that crazy? Like sometimes do you scroll some of my contents? Yeah, you're like, that's funny. You're like, wait, that's Jiao.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know her. We're friends.
Like it's so funny. So I realized that because of my lack of boundaries, I really want to talk to you in depth because of my lack of boundaries. There's a lot of times that it's hard for me to keep a healthy relationship. Mm-hmm. Not because I'm being because somebody just keep taking advantage from me until a point I can't take anymore. I have to cut them off. It's because initially when they were showing red flags, I just kind of talk myself out of it. So I'm like, yeah, it's okay. I'll do that for them. But then eventually I'm like, whoa, you want to f me? No.
No, thanks.
No, I'm saving for my third husband. I'm not going to give to anyone.
Yeah.
When I say I mean like in me every way, I would say.
Mm-hmm. Fair.
I'm like, it's getting very intense.
So relationships.
What do you think is like when you have a traumatic childhood? Do you think because of when you have boundary, you get punished, so you just kind of give up a boundary?
Kind of. It's kind of like, so if we grow up in an abusive situation where our parent or whoever's supposed to take care of us isn't doing their job and they're unpredictable. Let's say sometimes they're nice, sometimes they're not. We kind of grow up not knowing what to expect. And if we felt like, hey, like you're touching me this way, let's say it's like sexual abuse. And you're touching me this way, that doesn't feel like that's okay. But you're telling me it's okay. So therefore a normal boundary that a child would have where they're like, no, they don't feel like that their intuition is correct, or B, that it's respected if they say it. So then we start to kind of second guess ourselves. And that's when it starts in childhood. Like we can talk about like later on stuff, but that's what it is. And so when you talk about boundaries, that's kind of that like, oh, I don't feel safe to put it up because I don't know if my intuition is actually correct. So maybe maybe I shouldn't say no. Maybe then we start, it's like shame. Something's wrong with me.
Wow. That's so powerful because I learned I think my life has been very hard. I felt that the only way to escape is to become so successful that I would be happy, I would be in control. And that turns out to not be the solution, that I do not enjoy my success. And have imposter syndrome that I don't think I deserve anything I do. And I look myself in the mirror. I'm like, like I don't look good. I mean, I wish I'm beautiful. And I feel like this. And when I make the money, I'll be like, yeah, but yeah, somebody else is making more money. And I'm not even as good as I think I am. And I realize I'm not happy. I mean, I maybe I have achieved the level of success the little girl of me thought of. I can support my whole family. I can buy my mom a car. I can buy my father an apartment. But I don't feel good. And when people abuse me, it can be somebody who worked for me. And at the beginning, they will ask me things that's unreasonable. I'll be like, okay. But eventually, they just start using my contact without me authorizing, or somebody just steal cash. And I know it. I should fire them right away. But I'll be like, oh, she's poor. She needs to use the money to pay her rent. And then somebody don't have a car. I'll be like, I'll advance you 4 months off. And then they don't do their job because they think I'm stupid. Because they're like, she's dumb. But for me, it's like, because the way I grew up, my mother owned a 4 restaurant, and then she also owned a hotel with a massage parlor. Like it's a brothel. I mean, it's not like a brothel, but somebody would get in. Like we also had a mining company. Like somebody would lose their leg from the accident. My mom would go there, negotiate, and give them money and take care of things. I feel like I grew up with a gangster mom. Nobody knows she's a gangster. Now she looks like she's like all reformed into a nun, but she can kill someone if she had to, and she won't even blink. And I just in that kind of situation, we have this who was dating this guy who's in prison, and he killed her sister. So my mom was hiding her. I kind of got used to this situation. Be like, okay, crazy people, crazy things. Like I'll just do things for the people I care about, but then it doesn't work in my life. It's just people just think I'm dumb. Like
or take advantage of your generosity.
Yeah, I'm so generous. They think something's loose. Like something's wrong with her. I am bipolar, but I'm not stupid. But I just people don't get that I actually have a brain. I can think. They just assume, oh, she's dumb. If I take $2,000 from her cash box, like after 2 months, she won't know because she doesn't know.
Yeah, but you do. I do pay attention.
I just feel heartbroken.
Of course.
It's not about the money. It's about like, oh, you betrayed me.
Yeah. And
the betrayal is getting more and more and more. I think one thing to do with the entertainment business, another thing to do with my lack of boundary and how I don't have a healthy set of skills to deal with people. But the good people in my life, they stay and they treat me well. Yeah.
Yeah.
I should shut up. You are the doctor. You are the therapist.
No, you're fine. I think the first piece you talked about, like imposter syndrome. It's funny, this podcast is called the Tiger Milf, because from like a tiger mom perspective, like when we have parents who would shame us for getting an A- or tell us that wasn't good enough, then if we don't challenge that, those are essentially like beliefs that we can take on where we're like, yeah, I am not good enough. Like, I did get an A-, like, stupid. Like if we continue to beat ourselves up about it, then when we find ourselves in places, in positions of power, we sit around a room with really cool people, and then we're like, I don't belong here. Like, I'm not good enough. I've never thought I was good enough. No one in my life has told me I'm good enough. And so that could definitely be feeding into that. But there was also this study when it comes to like, oh, I made money and I thought this money would make me happy. I think a lot of us feel that way, right? Like money could fix a lot of problems. I always find it annoying when people are like, money doesn't like help anything. And I'm like, you've never been poor. Yeah. It fucking helps a lot of things. Yeah. But after we're able to pay our bills and take vacation, there's like a little buffer of where it's like, oh, money still helps. And then it doesn't anymore. So like, even if we achieve intense success, especially in LA, it's like, there's always pressure to do more, be more. People are always making more. There's always somebody else is like to look up to, right? That doesn't end up making us happy. It's just like a distraction at that point. Then instead of admitting like, hey, I'm kind of lonely. Like I'd like connection, like good friendships, relationships. We're looking at that thinking like, if I get that, then. And so we like put off our happiness thinking like, if I get that, then I'll feel better. And it's like an ever moving goalpost. So it's almost like we're not allowing ourselves to be happy, waiting for that next thing.
Yeah. Wow. That explains so much. Yeah, that's me. I'm just looking for Edward. Yeah. Yeah. It was good. It's pretty nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty gold standard. That's my gold standard.
Don't let go of a good book, you know?
I mean, I wish I can just be okay with just like being someone without expectations, but I'm just like too petty. I mean, I'm too hopeless. Like I'm a hopeless romantic. I can't do the cool girl thing.
Yeah.
Like, I also like I have ugly girl syndrome. Like
But you're not an ugly girl.
Yeah, when he kissed me, I'm like, oh my God, you're kissing me? He's like, what? Like, yeah, I'm kissing you. Yeah, you are the catch. I'm like, what? So it's very funny. I talk about a lot when I got a standing ovation at the Apollo, the standing O at the Apollo. I got off stage and I cried in my green room, not from gratitude or happiness, from shame of that. They're gonna find out I'm a fraud. I'm the worst piece of ever headline this room. Like, oh my God, I'm among the names of the greats, and my name is just I'm a no one. I'll never be anyone. After I did that as a comic,
that was a like, big deal. I think you left my house when we recorded to go to New York to go to the Apollo. Yeah, and I was like, wow, that's a big.
Yeah, I can't believe it. That's how I felt. And then I slept 1 hour to fly to Spain to shoot a movie. Oh, yes. I should feel like maybe my life is going somewhere. I'm like, I don't feel. But understanding your problems is very healthy for you to understand why I feel this way. I should not feel this way.
But it's not even like I should not feel this way. It's like, this doesn't feel good, so I don't want to do this anymore. And instead of, because something that like I get annoyed online, I'll be honest, with other like wellness, mental health people that are like spouting some stupid quote that doesn't really tell you anything. That's like, just think positive, like that toxic positivity kind of, that technically it doesn't work. Like, by the way, like research, it doesn't support that because our brain sees this new idea and is like, I don't have any evidence to support this. No. So like, I can't tell you like, no, tell yourself you're great. You like got a standing ovation at the Apollo. Like that's amazing. You built this life for yourself quickly too. Like you're a hustler. I could tell you all that, but it's like Teflon. You're like, no. But instead we find the best way to like change a thought / behavior, because it's kind of a little bit of both, is to use what are called bridge statements. So imagine we're like building a bridge together between like, I don't know, like on Fire Island and like, I don't know, Puppy Dogs, Panda and Roxy Island. And each bit of that bridge, each like slat that we have to put in is a thought that's just a little less negative than the one before. So if you live in the space like, I'm not good enough, this is terrible, they're going to find out I'm a fraud. Who the fuck am I? How did I wind up here? Then the bridge would be like, it's possible that I'm only like half of a fraud, maybe 3/4. I don't know. It's debatable. That's it. Boom, you got your first slat. And it is tedious. And it's exhausting, I'll be honest. But little by little, you do feel the difference. Like even just that small shift from like, I'm an imposter to like, maybe I'm only 3/4 of an imposter, like 90%. You feel internally that difference because you're not allowing your brain to just shit on you all day and accept it and be like, yep, I guess that's true. I'm really terrible. You're challenging it just a little bit. Or even just, I'm open to the fact that I might not be 100% correct here.
I love that. I feel like in the morning, me looking into the mirror, be like, I'm so ugly. And I'll be like,
maybe I'm only 90. Nice. Exactly. I'll take it.
Ugly, but those. Damn.
Lead with my chest. Lead with the.
Yeah. So that's day one of breaking imposter syndrome.
Yes.
It's like face ugly. It's a dog, but damn, those puppies are popping. Then I'll have a good day.
Yes.
Next day, the teeth are still okay, but those lips. DSL lips. The eyes are, the nose are crooked, but, but
that's it.
1 by 1.
You're doing so well. 10 out of 10.
That works for me because I can't be like I'm beautiful because
you won't believe it.
In the morning, I'm like I am beautiful. That's. I was like, I can't be positive as long as my mom's alive. You know, she'd be like, "What did you say? You beautiful? Are you blind?"
See, so you probably still have her voice a little bit in your head.
Yeah.
That's why you got to talk about your lips, little by little by little.
Even like around lunch, my friend Betty, she brought a lot of dishes and she gave me like 1 bowl of rice. My mom she runs there. She fetched the bowl like a dog. She goes, my daughter cannot use that big bowl. You're gonna ruin her career. So she changed it to the tiny little bitty bowl and she put in that. She goes, this is Jiaoying's bowl. Don't put the bowl Like you look
Like
at
a
her body.
regular
Yeah,
mole?
we have to make sure she lose more weight. I'm like, Mom, I'm a comedian. This is okay for a comedian. She goes, okay, it's not good enough.
Mm.
I was like, I don't want to be a 00. I don't want to. I'm not a model. I literally am too short to be a model.
And your body's not supposed to be a 00.
I can't.
I'm not supposed to be a 00
I had
either.
babies. Like I think like I have big and I have fat on me. I can't. I don't want to be a 00. I'm not attracting K-pop star boyfriends. You know.
And thank God for that.
I want a real thick man. Like I don't need 00. She goes, but your face looks so much better with 00. I'm like, no. I think my face looks good now. She goes, you think it look good? I mean, it's pretty, but it's like it's the best you can look. I'm like, I don't want to look the best. I want to look like I'm okay now.
Yeah. Look at you arguing back against your mom. That's essentially that positive.
Yeah, and she's trying to think why she's so crazy. She's like, I think I'm crazy. I said, you are crazy. She goes, okay, I am crazy, and I'm gonna try to be less crazy.
I wonder
but she's
if her
nice
mom,
to children.
Maybe her mom said the same stuff to her.
Yeah, well, she had no food because they only fed the boys. She was starving.
Jeez, you're kidding.
Yeah.
Wow, talk about like a breeding ground. My specialty is like eating disorders, so I'm like, wow, that like is a breeding ground for
How
that.
do I get it?
Mm-hmm. Huh?
How do I get eating disorder? How do I lose weight?
You don't. Trust me, you don't want one.
Kitty's like, it's all the purging. I had my last lunch in 1996.
No, I mean, eating disorders, it's interesting because especially, I mean, men have, I don't want people to think it's just women because men can have them too, but the pressure to like look a certain way or like that would mean more success. Like, no, because I can tell you one thing, that if you are starving yourself, you won't be able to think on your feet and remember your sets, and you'll like get lost in the ether of it.
I know it. When I was in
you
China,
do so much
for
like
the movie,
traveling.
they want me to lose 20 pounds. I was this weight. They want me to lose 20 pounds. So I haven't ate for a week. I just, my mom boils spinach for me. I eat spinach with 1 drop of sesame oil. Just spinach. No food, nothing. And I was like fainting on set. And they were like, you look great. I said, but I don't remember what I'm saying. They're like, don't worry. We have a voiceover.
Oh
your job is to look good. You don't have to memorize any lines. Those are for the pedants. The pedants, we have a voiceover professional actress, fat, from the theater group. She's like a really nice voice actress. Fat,
that's crazy.
Fat. So she's not even fat. She's like a size 6.
I say she's like regular.
Size 6. Size 6, size 8. Very beautiful girl. Like a beautiful girl. But she's like the ugly pig who has an amazing voice. Who's a good actress who voice over for 00 chopstick straw hose.
Fainting on the set. Can't remember lines.
I was like, I don't remember things. Like, you look great. You look like you're gonna.
Doesn't matter how you feel.
You look like when your boyfriend beat you, you can't run away.
That's terrible.
Yeah. So I remember what you said is it's completely correct. You can't do art. You basically cannot. I don't remember. They're like, you don't have to worry about it. You just stand there and just like.
Like try to keep your eyes open.
Yeah.
Wild.
Look like you're having a seizure.
Yeah.
It's insane. I don't like to starve myself anymore. When I was younger, I wanted to be skinny and pretty, but I'm good now. Like I can just tell my mom, I don't want to lose weight. I'm good. She's like, are you sure? I said, I'm positive.
Yeah, you're healthy
good.
weight.
She's not doing she's like, there's double chin. I'm like, everybody has double chin.
Yeah. That's called skin.
Yeah.
It moves.
I'm fine.
It bends.
I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good. She goes, you're very different. Like you don't want to be better. I said, I'm the best I can be right now.
Maybe you're becoming Americanized. Do you think that's it? We are up too. But like, do you think it's all like the Chinese culture, or do you think it's like
Chinese culture?
Yeah.
Like your mom, the Chinese mom would die for you, but they also want to make sure you want to die every day.
Interesting.
Like they just, it's a famine mentality. Is that when the people are starving, they had no food. Now you got the food. They're still afraid like my success can be taken by someone. Like somehow I'm not beautiful enough and I'm not skinny enough to maintain my success. Then I would have to face failure and I would lose everything I have and I would have to suffer again. That thought worries her so much.
So it's like you always have to be like striving for better, for better,
because
for better.
of the famine mentality from her generation.
Yeah.
It's a form of love. And she see me as an extension of herself, as a sick, very sick, twisted form of love. That she would starve herself to look even better. Because she think I'm gonna be honest. Like if I sit here with the Taijing, I have this.
That's normal.
But my mom would be like, oh no. So she would worry about it. She's like, look at this. It's covered. You know, I'm not.
Also, like stomachs bend. That's what they're meant to do.
Yeah, but I used to be horrified about it when I was younger. Now I'm okay. When I look at younger girls, I just be like, a girl, you gotta eat, and a guy is not gonna be loyal to you because you lost 10 pounds.
Yeah, and they actually don't really care. I find at least
they don't know. Like guys, like we make much more effort. We see it, but the guys don't really see it. Like they just want you to be healthy.
Yeah, my mom used to always joke. This is actually some of the most random but best advice I ever heard. My mom's like, guys don't really care what you're wearing or if you think you're fat or not. They just care if your clothes are off.
Yeah. That's honest. That's so true.
Like, it's very true.
It's so true.
In my experience.
Yeah,
my
they
41
want
years
those.
of life.
They want the. They don't really care what you're carrying it with.
It doesn't matter if they're attracted to you at all.
Yeah.
That doesn't matter. Like we spend all this time stressing about that. Like, but my stomach rolls over my jeans. Everybody's stomach rolls over tight jeans. Are you out of your mind?
Yeah, I guess I just really realized that to accept how I look because I suffered from my ex-husband's mental abuse and grooming, that he made me feel like I was beautiful. Then he started telling me everything's wrong with me. My eyes are too small. My nose, he actually asked me to get a nose job because he said, your brain is too short. I said, I'm a Chinese girl. Like, I should not be having white girl nose because white girl would have taller bridge because that's the face surgery.
Is the bridge up here?
Yeah. Because he said, your bridge is too short. You look like you look like the alcohol syndrome kid. Like your father was drinking. And I'm like, I was Miss China. I definitely don't look like I'm deformed. No. But he just kept trying to convince me that my nose bridge is too short. And we have doctors.
Well, that guy.
Like a really famous doctor can make my nose taller so I can look better. I will look Indian, I would say. Like I would just look like I can be Latino or Filipino.
Yeah,
like,
they wouldn't know.
That's what just very Chinese. He want my nose to be taller so I can look more. He said, your face look like persimmon. It's too flat.
Oh, and that's a bad thing?
Like too flat is like not pronounced because you want the future to be like.
Oh, like.
Yeah. I don't know what it is. But,
interesting.
And like my lips are too big, so I have to use concealer to cover it a little bit because they look too big, too ugly.
But aren't big lips in? Isn't that the thing?
It's just like everything about me is a wrong thing because he want me to not feel confident about how I look.
So then you would
because
leave
I'm just
him,
always so confident. Like I have this. I'm happy and confident.
As you should be.
That make him uncomfortable because when somebody want to control you, they don't want you to be happy and confident.
Because then you could leave. Which spoilers? You did.
Yeah. So
joke's on you.
Who is this? I don't want to take, but they could be my lawyer. Hello? I can't. Evan, just take this. Ask them, ask why can they change the phone number to a different number?
Yeah, like why are they calling you directly?
It's like, I don't know why. Yeah. Yeah, it's just like, when somebody feel uncomfortable because you are too confident and too happy, it's just like the problem. And I start believing in him. And he told me like my body don't look good because my legs are too short. I'm too short. Like he called me chubby, short leg tiger. It's cute, but he also like, hey, you're short.
Yeah, I was like, it doesn't sound like it's meant to be nice.
No.
It's almost like what my girlfriend used to call like a complisult, where it's like, it sounds like a compliment at first. And you're like, wait, like, that was up. Why do you say that to me?
Just call me a tiger cub. But the short leg tiger cub is like.
Yeah, that's not.
Yeah, it's like a fluffy pig, like fluffy, but also pig, So, and it's everything. It's my hand is too short and too wide. And my forehead is too small, and is my shoulders too wide, too bald to be a girl. Like, and then he started like telling me to just like slowly, it's like everything's ugly and wrong. So after he's out of my life, recovered from that, I just really don't care anymore. I just feel like I'm not more confident with my body because that's what I have. I mean, there's other body that's better than mine, but it's not mine. This is what I have. And when I see younger girls, I would just be like, everything you have right now is the most beautiful you're going to ever have. When I was your age, I was much more better looking than now, but I was very, very, very depressed. And I changed the number of things on my face, like a little moderation, but I would not touch it if I knew how beautiful I was.
Oh yeah. It's always, you look back like when we look back when we're 60, we'll look back on us now and be like, oh my God, we didn't even realize, you know?
Yeah.
I think there's like a battle against like our brain and body sometimes. And it can feel like we're just like always hating on ourselves, but your body does so much for you. The thing that I try to at least do is like, again, like little, like not bridge statements, but kind of where I just like try to show gratitude to my body for like the things it does. Like, oh, like I recorded a podcast today that took me an hour and like you were able to focus. Thanks. You know?
Yeah.
Or like, oh, I traveled, I haven't gotten sick. Thanks. I can see, I can breathe, I can walk around, like just paying attention to the things that your body does for you every day versus, because we shit on it all the time. So we should at least like, we should balance the scales a little bit. I try to like acknowledge all the stuff it does.
It's very healthy. I heard that if it's just like a bottle of water, if you say nice things to the water, it's good for the water. If you say nasty things to it, it's like the energy you put in. Yeah. I start to be more grateful about what I have in my life.
Yeah. And has that helped your relationships? How's your dating life? Let's get into an easy topic. Just kidding.
I think it's probably the first time after my divorce in a long time that I opened my heart for a man. I think I just liked him a lot more than I should. I think he wasn't bad for me. He did the best I think he can. We definitely have a lot of cultural difference. And I mean, I wasn't medicated in my bipolar 1 disorder. I was going through a hypomania episode.
Ooh,
but it was a long episode. It's going on for a few months. Like I haven't slept. I sleep like 2 hours a day for 3-4 months. So my feelings were very intense.
Should we hold for that?
What is that?
It's a car.
No, we should be okay.
We'll be okay.
Okay. Sorry. I'm just always like.
Yes. So
so you didn't sleep for 2 to 3 months.
Yeah. So I guess I was just in a hypomania state. Everything feel more intense.
Yeah.
Like we would definitely have a good time. We were definitely super attracted to each other. But for him, it's like, oh my God, this girl's amazing. She's gorgeous. She's funny. She's great. And I would love to date her more. I'm like, oh my God, that's my husband. I found my husband. But I didn't say it. But in my heart, I'm like, oh my God. I just like showered him with like amazing dinner. And his birthday gift is like very expensive and nice. It's just like, I'm like, but he's like, he was also like pretty much very into me, very attracted to me. And it just, we're just not, I just got disappointed when he didn't deliver things I want. And I don't think he was making the effort that I would expect.
Did you communicate that?
Not until we broke everything off. I told him what I went through, and we were just decided to both move on from each other.
Because one thing I will say about like future relationships is that if we like uncommunicated expectations are just resentments in the making. So like if you have an expectation, whatever that could be, and you can have any expectations you want in relationships. You can be like, I expect you to call me every day, or
if you don't make me come 10 times this time we have,
then it's
don't bother.
Then it's not going to work out. Like whatever your expectations are, you have to communicate them so that if they want, they can try to meet you to offer that.
Yeah. And the Chinese people have a problem with communication also with we can't confront anyone.
Oh, you don't like
confrontation?
I mean, I don't like confrontation or like I don't like conflict, I guess is really what I would say. Because my family wasn't like that either. We'd like just stuff it deep, and then like it burst later.
The Asian culture don't allow confrontation.
I didn't know that.
You just silent, leave.
Oh.
It's pretty sinister though. Like you don't know what's wrong. Like it's like ghosting.
Which is kind of what happened in your relationship, it sounds like.
Yeah, ghosting, but also like, hi, how are you doing? Like fake. But like,
Inside,
but it won't tell you what's wrong. It's like, that's Asian culture. It's just like, same with Japanese culture. Like people in America, when Japan was doing so well with all of their Toyota, everything, and the people that go to Japan to make deals, American people, Japanese businessmen be like, hi. Do you have a deal? Hi! And then they left without signing. They're like, what the fuck's going on? Because they can't say no.
Oh.
Like saying no is like eating worms. Like, ugh.
Oh, interesting.
It's the Asian culture. We can't say no.
So you say yes even if you mean no.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that can
like,
cause a lot.
Yes. But
well, that's confusing. And that could lead to a lot of issues. But Do you think you could try to communicate? Have you ever tried to like tell someone you're upset? Like preemptively, not like post breakup, because that doesn't count.
Trying.
Yeah. Because I feel like at least saying something like, for example, let's say your birthday's coming up and you're dating somebody. If you want them to take you to dinner or you want them to plan something, you can let them know. Like, hey, birthdays are a big deal. I'm just letting you know. I don't expect you to spend a ton of money or whatever, or maybe you do. But I would like to go to dinner, you know, so that on your birthday, you're not bummed out if they're like, I'm cooking for you. And you're like, I wanted to go out. Or I got you a nice card and wrote something and you're like, I wanted a present.
I wouldn't be able to say it.
Then they don't know.
But I'll just be disappointed. And
But then
don't
how are
talk
they
about
supposed?
it.
How are they supposed to
I
fix
wouldn't
it?
even say I'm disappointed. I mean, like, oh yeah, I went to somewhere for my birthday. It was so much fun. Yeah.
Oh my God, that's terrible.
I know, right? That's why it's like I have so much problem because I can't confront people.
Well,
I feel bad.
Think of it less as
I feel guilty.
confrontation and
But
more.
then it didn't work out for me. So I that's why I'm begging you for advice. Like, it's not like I'm bragging about it. It's f***ed up.
Yeah, because then like he could be a totally nice guy. He just didn't know.
Yeah.
That
I
what
think
you
that's
wanted.
what happened to my guy.
It sounds like, because you don't have anything bad to say about him other than he didn't do what I want him to do. And I was like, what was that? And you're like, I didn't tell him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, let's just do something low key. You come over to my place. He goes, okay, yeah, sure. And then I'm disappointed when it's low key.
When it's what he said it was.
Okay. Like, low key? Do I look low key to you?
Maybe sometimes. Everybody's low key sometimes.
Saying to him, I'm like, yeah. I don't sit at a bar on Monday night. I want a reservation. I'm not sitting at a bar. My legs are dangling. That means my are dry. My is dry, like dried out with dangling legs with air blowing up to my.
Okay.
Like, I don't sit. I worked very hard to not sit on a bar top. I don't sit on bar tops. I don't do that anymore. Okay. It's just not part of my life.
It's below you. Okay.
Yeah,
beneath you.
Just sitting on a bar top is you go home and you kill that person. Like, that's what you do. You don't sit on bar tops and recover from it. It's like the last time you see each other. It's like we are gonna be at the bar top.
That's like my favorite. That's so funny.
Isn't that crazy? Like, I can't sit at bar top. My purse is gonna hang on a hook.
Hang on a hook, yeah.
With like some.
That's a nice place if they have a hook.
They do. It's a nice place. It was a nice place, but I can't sit on. Sitting at the bar top. It just it's a kind of traumatic for me. I don't know why.
You hate it. I hear it.
I just hate it so much.
Duly noted. I will never take you without a reservation.
I need a booth. I
do love a booth. Yeah.
I need to, like, I can't put my hands in your pants if there's no booth. Like, we can't do it.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. You want my hand in your pants? We better be having a booth. Yeah, that's what I need.
Okay.
At Craig's.
So you have to tell
at
him
least
that you want a booth
at Craig's on Monday night. I mean, I will not die if it's at the Polo Lounge in Beverly Hills Hotel, but that like, I would not complain. But a booth is what I need.
Okay.
With real flowers. When I see fake flowers, I won't be happy.
He won't know that ahead of time, just FYI. Like,
if I see fake flowers, I won't be happy because I used to make them when I was a child in the factory. Like, I won't be happy when I see them.
Well, then you're gonna have to let him know.
Yeah.
So
no fake flowers.
We're gonna have to have some conversations about expectations. And it doesn't have to come across as like, I need all these things and I'm high maintenance, even if we are. You can just do it little at a time. Like, when he took you and you sat at the bar, be like, I'd really prefer to get a table. Can we see if there's a booth? I really prefer a booth. Okay. Could you do that? Or is that too much?
They need a reservation.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, I
can't
do
hurt
it.
to say it.
I wouldn't do it. I'll just be like, that's great. Hooks are my favorite. I love it. Oh, the bar. Oh, it's real wood.
So how is it? How is this? How are we gonna work on this then? What could you do? Okay, so we don't communicate. We say yes anyways. Do you mind making reservations yourself?
No. But I wish he can do it. If he can't do it, I can't put my hand on his dick. I'm like, if you can't
doesn't make the reservation,
I can do it. It's easy for me because I know a lot of restaurants. I can just do it. I used to do it. When I take him out, it's a thing.
Okay. Does he like it to be a thing? Do you know what he likes?
I think he said it's the best birthday dinner he ever had.
Okay.
He said that. He could be lying, but he looks happy.
Okay. So he likes that stuff.
He loved the flowers, and he sent his mom the photo of the flowers, and she won them. He goes, no, it's mine. So I think he likes it to be
I
pampered.
think he does. Everybody does.
Yeah.
Even people who think they don't.
Yeah, I can't sit on a booth.
Okay.
Mhm.
So
No, I mean, not
you have to sit.
bar
We
top.
can't sit at a bar top.
Bar
I knew
top
what you
is
meant.
not.
Okay, so what could we do to help communicate at least somewhat, like in that scenario? So let's go back. Okay, so he's going to take you out. You're excited. You're going to go out to dinner. At what point would you feel comfortable saying, like, do we have a reservation?
No. I think I would be like, listen, I'm a Chinese woman. I like formality. It has to be formal. It has to be respectful.
Mhm.
It has to be good.
Okay.
And I don't expect you to spend a lot of money on me. But if it's like the first week, you're going to make sure it's decent because I can't go to shady places. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I can't do it. It's not about me. Because moving forward, we can eat at the park.
Mhm.
We can make a sandwich and eat at the park. I'm fine with it. But like at the beginning of a relationship, I need effort. You have to be making effort.
Okay.
I'll buy you nice things too.
And you can
don't
say
care.
that?
I can say that. I think
Okay,
I can
that's
say
good.
after this guy and I don't work out. Like I need to do it. I think I can say I can see something in general,
Mhm.
but like the one event, I have problems saying it. I don't know why.
That's okay. Probably in the moment too
Yeah.
much. You're like, ah.
I can't do it.
But
I
then
just-
preemptively, we'll have to at least say that to the
I
next
think
potential suitor.
I'll have a conversation. Be like at the beginning of us dating, the first 2 months,
Mhm.
you'll be rolling out red carpets for me because that's what I need for the first 2 months. Later on, we can be casual.
Maybe just say, instead of rolling the red carpet out, because that might be a little intense and they might be like, ah.
Mhm.
Maybe we say, like, I just like to have reservations. I'd prefer to sit in booth and like feel
Mhm.
like you're putting effort in, because I put in effort.
Yeah, I have a lot to offer.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'll do that
Okay.
next time.
See
Because-
if that gives you better, less bar top, less
I
dry
can't do
pussy,
it.
no
That's the
hook
first time I
purse situation.
went bar top.
No chilies.
I don't think it's in the conversation.
Chilies.
If he said chilies, I'll slap him and be like, "Do you own them? Do you own chilies?" He goes,
Mm.
"I don't own it." I'll just be like, "Bye." If you own chilies, yikes! But we can still talk.
Whoever owns Chili's, I'm pretty sure, is rolling in it. So they're everywhere.
Chili money.
Yeah, you get that chili money.
I don't mind.
You get that baby back rib money. Yeah. Okay. So communicate at least a little bit. Let's
Mhm.
push back against that Chinese culture just slightly, so then you can find somebody who can meet your needs.
Yeah,
Make
because
you
it's
feel
very different.
important.
I was, I just think, as I'm just used to. And then because before this guy,
Mhm.
I was dealing with the love bombers.
Ooh.
So they would bring flowers. They are like
Mhm.
crazy because they want something from me.
Yep, they want to manipulate you.
My last guy, which is a guy I actually really liked, wasn't love bombing me.
Mm.
He was
Yeah.
just like genuinely liked me a lot.
Oh, but you thought it was love bombing?
No, he
Oh,
wasn't.
okay.
That's why like he's not trying to like do the flowers and
Yeah, it's not
do
over the top.
Yeah, he's not trying to do that because he also know about I've been love bombed before, and he's trying to not be crazy about it.
Oh, that's sweet. I mean, because love bombing, I think the thing.
I was love bombed like so many times before I met him.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's common. People want to get something from you.
Yeah,
so
they always want something more.
It's for anybody out there who's worried if they're being love bombed. It's not just attention or, like you said, like prioritizing you. That's like when you like somebody. You like want to talk to them. You want to see them all the time. But love bombing is like too much too fast. They want things to move really quickly. And they'll ask for things like not that long after you've started. Like, let's say you dated for like a month, they'll already be asking for a favor.
I know.
And they'll try to do things that are like too soon in the relationship. Like, oh, we've been on like 2 dates. I'm going to take you on a vacation to Spain. And you're like, or I'm going to, I bought you like a $2,000 purse or something. You just started dating. Like, while those things are lovely and I would love to go to Spain also, that's usually like a red flag. And red flags are just like warnings. They're like, hey, don't ignore me. Shit's not good here.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you should consider somebody else. Maybe say no. And we like overlook them because we're like, oh, it's so nice, so fun. Oh my God, it gives me so much attention. Yep. And then we wake up like 6 months later and they're like abusive and saying things that are terrible and doing things that are terrible.
Yeah, this guy, so I had a roster of 4 guys pursuing me.
Look at you. Woo woo.
And I like that doctor a lot. One doctor guy, he's taking things slowly, handsome, tall, rich. I mean, yeah, he is.
He has a good job.
He has a good job. He's a great doctor.
Intelligent.
He's very, very, very great and very handsome. And I went to his house. It's beautiful. And he
owns a house in LA. Amazing.
Yeah, he owns a house in LA and it's like in very nice area, beautiful. And he took me out hiking, take me to LACMA to see arts. And we went on like 4 or 5 days. He just taking things slow. And he made me lunch to take me on hikes.
Cute.
With my dog.
Very sweet.
He's so sweet, so handsome. And then when I had my face on the marquee of the Love Factory, he's also a photographer. He likes photos. He takes amazing photos. He went up early in the morning to take photos of me. And surprised me with a lot of good photos of me. So he's the guy for me. But another guy is.
But what happened with him? Wait, what happened?
I just feel like because I always being abused, so I feel like he's not making enough effort. Because the other guy,
he got up in the morning. I don't get up in the morning for anybody.
I know. And the other guy is like crazy about me, like sending me flowers, auctioning books for me, like auctioning expensive, insane stuff, like trying to do this and that and this stuff, whatever.
And what happened
crazy.
with him?
And I mean, I've been seeing him for like a week or 2 weeks. On my birthday, I invited my manager, like my lawyer, my PR, my godmother for like this private birthday dinner. And he just like called me. He's like, I'm very insulted that I wasn't invited.
Well, yeah, he's your person at the time. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
But we were not like he wasn't my boyfriend. I just started seeing him.
No, but he liked you. He was like putting in an effort.
It was not the doctor. It's another one.
This is the different one. This is the one that,
love bombing me.
Oh, you think he was love bombing you?
Because he's like, he won't meet my kids.
Oh, I mean, that's a whole different thing.
Yeah.
But I think if you're dating someone serious, I mean, and when I say seriously, I mean, like you like them, maybe you're not seeing other people because you're like, I could see this turning into something, and they're putting in a lot of effort on their end. If you're having a party or a dinner and I don't think it's really up to you, but if he knows about it.
I told him I had that one before I met him because it's like very expensive dinner, and I already had the number of people confirmed before I met him.
Oh, well, then I would have told him ahead of time about. Oh, you did, and
I said I have this dinner, and
okay.
it's just my inner circle. Like it's like business for my birthday thing. It's a business thing. It's my lawyer, my agents, everybody. It's like 6 people.
But then, if you said it was business, then
he got furious.
Oh, furious!
Yeah,
oh,
it was like a very nasty situation. He's like, "I think you are using me." I'm like.
How?
I know you for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Not
next.
using you.
Thanks. Next.
And then I didn't.
Yeah. I like the doctor guy. I go back to the doctor guy. I like him. This guy sounds like.
Text him.
This other guy sounds a little. I always find.
Can I take a photo?
Like overreactions.
Yeah,
I
feel
good.
Like the doctor guy is my guy. He be my husband by now.
Maybe.
Yeah.
At least should have seen where it went. He sounds pretty nice.
He's nice.
Sounds pretty thoughtful.
He is.
You got up early and took pictures of your photo. He's so proud of you. That's good.
I think I'm funny.
That's good.
But he's not funny.
But everybody has their strengths,
yeah,
right?
He's
saving lives.
You're
making people laugh, saving lives your own way.
Yeah, he's a cancer expert.
Oh, wow. He's an oncologist. Amazing. Yeah, I mean, that sounds normal. That sounds healthy. That sounds lovely and nice.
But I end up going with the guy who's red flags, and it end up crazy.
Do you usually find that attractive? Do you like a project or something?
I'm start to seeing my problems.
Yeah, because like, what's the pattern? Do you think? Because in therapy, we don't just look for like one-offs because we can all act out of character once. But is there anything that you like find yourself doing repeatedly? Clearly, we don't communicate. That's tough. That's a tricky one. But then what else is there?
Is that I ignore red flags.
Okay.
I should have just like, when I feel red flags, I should just take a voice record like, he did this and this, that's weird. Just leave it there.
Yeah, just keep it for
Next
yourself.
Next time, I like this and this and that's weird. Like my friend, she worked for FBI, right? She goes, if you see some car suspicious, you don't have time to take it down. Just voice recorder. It's a red car. The license plate is blah, 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 blah. Because that's so useful.
Just keep it. Yeah.
When we need to track something down for you.
Well, it'll help you. If you keep those little voice notes, it'll help you listen back to them and see what's really happening. Because the thing about red flags, I think, is they happen like they're little blips and we get distracted by other stuff. We're like, oh, they were kind of weird about that. Made me a little uncomfortable. But we're going out this weekend. It's going to be fine. But we just like move on. But if you keep those and then you listen to them in a row and you're like, ooh.
Yeah.
Like imagine another girlfriend sent you those things. You'd be like, what would you think? That's a good, they're like, maybe I shouldn't date this person.
Yeah.
You know, because people
like
show you who they are slowly.
It's like 50 Cent making a documentary about Diddy.
I know.
10 years in the making, you know? It's just like,
he's been chomping at the bit for this.
Yeah.
If you've been following him, it's hilarious.
I need to be like...
Not the Diddy thing, but 50 Cent's like excitement about it is hilarious.
I'll be like 50 Cents about my dating life. Be like, all documented. It's like, he make me feel like this way. He said this and that. I should record it. Because sometimes a nice dick ruins everything. You're like, oh, it's okay. He's fine. He can say that. He's hot. His dick's good. But you can't get distracted by good.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they could take all your money or something. I don't know. Hurt you in some way.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, I don't know. Do all sorts of things. A good dick is not worth that.
No. There's a lot of good
There's
dicks.
all kinds of dicks out there.
Yeah, he was really good. Kitty, I'll show you. Look, he's really good. Yeah.
But the doctor guy seems nice. I mean, it might be, you know, but think of the things you liked about him. Let's look for that in our next person. If we don't think we can get back with him.
I don't think so.
That's okay.
It's okay.
There'll be other good guys out there. But we're going to have to at least give him a chance to make you happy.
Yeah.
Just a chance.
I won't even show my disappointment. I just leave.
I know, but then...
Is that crazy? He's like,
not,
what's wrong?
A lot of people do that. A lot of us don't like conflict, don't like to confront people. It's like the early part of a relationship is supposed to be exciting. Yay. But we at least have to let them know what we like and don't like. Like, that's how I see it. Is like, you're telling them what I like and don't like. It'd be like, if a guy I was dating wanted me to go, I don't even know what I don't like. Like, let's just pretend I don't like to hike, which I don't really love to hike, but I would do it if I liked the guy. But let's say he's kept making this a thing. I'd have to tell him like, hey, like, I don't really like that. Or like, if you want to go to like a death metal band, like my husband loves that kind of music and he knows I hate it. So he's going to go with his friends and that's perfectly fine. And I'm just honest. Like, I'm not going to go to Slipknot. I'm so sorry. I love you. You know, go with God.
I love that.
But so you have to tell him so he can make you happy. Then you can do things together you like. You don't have to like everything, but you don't like, you already know,
tops.
No bar tops, no purses on hooks.
Bar tops are for peasants.
That's fair.
Yeah.
So just let him know. In the same way that I tell my husband, I don't like that music.
I want the best ass in the bluegrass. My ass don't belong a bar top.
Yep.
I sit on a booth.
So just say that early on. Like when you're talking about things you like, be like, I always prefer to have a reservation and sit at a booth. I don't like to sit at the bar.
No, I can't do it.
Then he'll know. And if he wants to go sit at the bar with his buddies, he can do that on his own time.
Yeah.
It's fair. You got this.
Yeah, I just say it. I just like I like effort. If we don't make effort, it just grows me out because I think I do everything with an effort in my life.
Me too.
Anything I do, I make an effort. I just if I don't do it, let's not go out. Let's just let's just on the couch and just like eat ramen.
Order in.
Yeah, we'll do that. That's the thing. We're on the couch.
So either doing this or doing that.
I can do it. I can
nothing in the middle.
No, I can. On the couch and do ramen. I'll cook. I'm a good cook. I grew up in a restaurant. I can cook like I can't cook though because they just proposed right after. Then they regret marrying me because my food is so good they forgot that I'm a. So that
you are
can
not
be a problem.
You are not.
Oh my god, it's tough.
It is tough. I am not jealous.
I'm waiting for like I'm really waiting for like an autistic guy in tech marrying me, and I could just like. Like don't really get it, but like also stupid hot, but don't know he's hot. That's kind of I can do because
that's your dream man.
I think that is gonna be convenient for me because that guy is not gonna be. I don't know. Just listens to me, do things.
You think so?
I just think they just don't get angry at me being me.
Maybe
they like me
not.
because I'm just being me.
But if you make a lot of noise or do things they don't like, they can get really dysregulated. And then
I can put a muffler on myself.
Just be wrapped in like bubble wrap.
Yeah.
As you just
I can
around.
just, if he's a billionaire, I'll just put on the thing people has. Muzzle.
I think you just need a man that like respects you, will put in effort, and also has going on for himself.
That's you. But you are a woman and you're married.
I'm sorry. Yeah. But I think, in general, I feel like we're always looking for someone in our life that's like, they're exciting, not too exciting. I know that sounds weird, but like when someone's like, it's like really intense, that can be dangerous. That can be like love bombing stuff. But you just want someone who's like easy to be with, who gets you, who finds you funny, isn't threatened by your success.
That's Edward.
Yeah.
And he's gone.
What about, yeah. I mean, I like the doctor guy. Let's find someone more like him.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was a good, healthy option.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we need someone who puts in some effort.
Yeah.
No bar tops.
Yeah, he has a cute cat too.
Oh.
The cat was pretty cute. 2 cats actually.
Also, guys who have animals, it shows they can like take care of something.
The cat was like loves me. The cat always trying to knit on my leg.
Oh yeah.
And I don't like
making
cats,
biscuits.
But his cats are super cute.
Oh yeah.
Maybe the doctor cat food is expensive, so the cat skin is very silky.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's a fluffy cat, and then like a little cutie pie black cat with like little whiskers.
Oh, cute.
It has a little like it's a little Hitler mustache.
A little white Hitler
but he was
mustache.
German, so it makes sense. But the cats are like super cute, super like they're clean and beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That was a good catch, but there'll be more. There's more fish in the sea.
I was dying for him to take some nude for me because he's such an amazing photographer. On this, like,
yeah.
just for himself, his photographs in his house are gorgeous.
Oh, I'm sure.
So I'm like, oh my God, take some nude for me, please, because I want him to do some like artistic photo of me naked. We're gonna do that. I should just call him right now.
Yeah, you should. That was a good one.
Yeah, he's also hot.
Mm. I expect
German hot.
Ooh,
German hot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was a good opportunity, but that's okay. There'll be more.
Yeah,
I
always think about him fondly. Yes. Hi, Chris.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I was thinking about
Mm-hmm.
The cat came.
The mind wanders.
Jumped in bed.
Oh.
And I kicked her. She flew back
Mm-hmm.
because she's a cat. I don't kick dogs because dogs are dumb. You injure them, but the cat, I'm like, move.
They'll land on their feet.
Like
yeah. They got the 9 lives, you know.
He's like, are you okay with the cat sleeping with you? I'm like, yes, more in bed.
Yeah, you can't really keep cats out.
Yeah, cats are just smart and cute.
Mm-hmm. They're super smart.
I should get a cat.
Maybe. I like your doggo.
Yeah, Panda is just there.
He's the sweetest. I love doggos.
Oh, I want the last one, Katie. I want to talk about love and limerence.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Let's talk about limerence.
Yeah, because your videos about limerence really helped so many people.
Mm-hmm.
And do you think limerence develops because of that, then again, childhood trauma that you were not loved by anyone and you just fantasize the kind of romantic love would just rescue you from this desperate situation?
Yeah.
And somehow just like, whoo, I'm happy.
It definitely can. I think a lot of times when we grow up in an abusive household, whatever type of abuse, whether it's neglect, whether it's physical abuse or sexual abuse, we grow up not really knowing what healthy love looks like. Mm-hmm. And the love that we were shown could have been hurtful. So limerence lives in this like pretend space, right? Because a limerent object is what they call it, like the person that you're like obsessed with. Mm-hmm. They usually don't know you exist. They can, but they like don't know anything about you. So it's like this weird protective barrier where we're like, oh my God, they're so amazing. And we put them on a pedestal. We overlook red flags.
Oh yeah.
We like anything that's like bad or doesn't fit with us. Like if we're like, oh, like they listen to death metal. We're like, they're amazing. Mm-hmm. They're so perfect. Mm-hmm. Oh my God. And we just like imagine this amazing person. And so abuse can lead to that in many cases because we don't know what healthy love is. We don't know what it looks like our parents probably didn't have a healthy relationship. We never saw that. And the relationship they had with us was also hurtful. So yeah. And it's a nice escape, right? Like think of it like a crush on steroids, you know, it's like real intense. And so it's a nice escape into this like amazing place where we imagine all the things that we wanted to do, where they like get us a reservation and we get a booth and like everything's perfect. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I remember I told my rich friend Cindy, I'm like, so we went to a bar top. She goes, tell me you left right away. Tell me you left right away. Because she's a trust fund baby, like a powerful producer. Like her whole life is surrounded by love and diamonds and everything.
Wow.
And I'm like, no, I went back and fucked him. She goes, whoa, I would never do that. I'm like, look at this. She goes, yeah, I'll do the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and it's not always that simple. Like one thing, we're like, ugh, you know. But yeah, limerence can overlap with a lot of different mental illnesses too, like a borderline personality disorder, because we can be like attachment can be an issue where I don't know how much you know about attachment, but that inconsistency growing up, like if our parents weren't there or they were hurtful when they were, we can feel like it's scary to have people be close to us. We can have like avoidant attachment, which I think is...
That's what I have.
Yeah, I have like, don't let people know. I have
avoidant and complicated, like a disorganized.
Disorganized?
Yeah, disorganized.
So it's like that push-pull.
Yeah. Disorganized avoidant attachment.
Yeah. So that's like when you want someone close and then when they get close, you're like, get out of here.
Yeah. That's crazy. But I also, I dream of having someone.
Of course.
Yeah. Do you think bipolar has something to do with limerence connecting? Like
maybe the hypomania / mania kind of like feeds into that, like amazing, because you dream a big dream.
It's
then,
so high.
Yeah. And you have all those like flights of ideas, like, oh, I have so many good ideas. Oh my God.
Yeah.
And so that could definitely like exacerbate the limerence and make it like more intense.
Well, I think I'm just gonna update you with all my new men in my life. And
please do.
When I feel some red flags, I'm gonna bug you.
That's okay.
I feel very bad for you and Dr. Drew because you guys are like, okay. Where can we find you, Katie?
Oh, yeah. All social media is Kati Morton, KatiMorton. I offer workshops. I have a book coming out next fall I'm working on now.
Oh my God,
I
I'm
do
so
talks,
excited.
All sorts of things. Yeah.
I would love to get one, a signed copy.
Of course.
I was first going to share it to my fans about it because you helped me so much.
Oh, I'm glad. But yeah,
Thank
of course
you so
I'll send
much.
you one. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. Awesome. Oh, I have a call.
That's
yeah.
great.
Sorry.
That was good.
Yes. That energetic enough? Okay, cool.
Okay. I am on tour. Yes. October 25th, 26th, Eugene, Oregon. November 1st, Poughkeepsie. Sounds like Poughkeepsie sounds like a queef. Poughkeepsie, New York. November 2nd, Amos, Allentown, Pennsylvania. Leviton. November 3rd, Leviton, New York. November 6th, Royal Oaks, Michigan. November 7th, Toronto, Canada. November 8th, Niagara Falls, Canada. November 9th, Montreal. November 10th, Ottawa. November 14th, New York. November 15th, 16th, 17th, Pasadena. November 30th, Guam. December 21st, I'm going to be in Bellflower, California. January 9th to 12th, Covina. February 13th to 15th, San Diego. Thank you guys so much. And this podcast, we'll have an uncensored podcast on Patreon and OF. Thank you. Yay! We did it.